Alright, today I'm going to be playing some Car Mechanic Simulator. I do have some experience with the game, but not a whole lot, so I'm just going to play on normal difficulty. I'm going to start with the tutorial. Alright, so the fender looks like it's pretty beat up, so I just have to replace that. And take a look under the hood here. Looks like this coolant is pretty nasty, so we're going to drain that. And fill it back up with some new coolant. Alright, that looks good. Then we're gonna lift the car up here. Just have to grab the oil drain here, put it under the car, and go ahead and use it. Okay, put that back where it goes. Go ahead and click on the suspension. Then it wants me to go ahead and take the oil filter off. Then go ahead and put the new one on. Okay, I'm going to lower the car back down and see what it wants me to do from there. Alright, now we gotta add some new oil. Which I guess I should have figured that after I just drained it out, but that should be good there. Now, it wants me to take this wheel off. Go over to the tire changer. Gotta separate the wheel from the tire. Go ahead and take it off. Oh, kinda gotta install the new one first before I balance it. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and balance it here. Take the wheel, I'm gonna put it back on the car. Kinda did it out of order there, it's supposed to be in a star pattern, but it doesn't really matter that much. Looks like the sway bar link here is pretty rusty. Well, everything on the car is, but that looks especially bad. Looks like the shock absorber is pretty bad as well. Gonna take that off. Gotta separate this, which is actually very dangerous in real life, but seems pretty safe in the game. Oh, forgot to join the new parts. That might help a little bit. Go over here to the other side of the car and put these parts back on. Again, put the tire back on as well. I'm going to go ahead and look at the customer's order and see what all I have left to do. Seems like everything is done, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the order. Alright, now it's time to look inside the shop here. Old bus and a bunch of junk. Now later on I'll be able to get an upgrade and I'll actually have another car lift here. But for now, we're kind of starting off small, so let me see. I know there's one upgrade I want to buy. It's very useful, saves a lot of time from running back and forth to the computer. I don't believe I need anything else for this first order here. This first customer here. This is gonna be the first story order here. And wrong button. So I'm gonna have to move this to the car lift here. And then, if I remember correctly, this does need a lot of work. Okay, looks like he wants some brake pads done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and check all those parts with some fluid strain here. So I'm actually just gonna start by replacing the fluids that he needs changed. Alright, I'll stay in the engine bay here. This is, I believe this is one of the ones he wants changed here. Yep, brake fluid and power steering fluid. Get the drain tool out. Gotta drain the reservoir. And I'm also gonna drain the brake fluid before I fill them up. And I'm gonna go ahead and refill them here. That looks to be good. I'm gonna get the brake fluid. There is like a in-game radio that I wish I could use, but I'm not sure if the music is copyrighted or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring the car up real quick, and I'm gonna drain the oil. Okay, I'm gonna add this to the shopping list before I take it off, make it easier for me later. Alright, it looks like the tire needs added to the list as well. Alright, and the brake pads look like they need added also. And I need another one of the tires, so add that to the list as well. Actually, it appears like it's just the brake pad on this. I thought the caliper may have needed replaced as well. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and move to the back of the vehicle because I need to take the fuel pump out. I generally, when I play the game, I just like to take all the bad parts off and add them to the list and buy everything at once. I find that it's just like the fastest and easiest way for me. And that looks to be everything there. Alright, and then I'm also gonna go ahead and lower this down and add believe it's the air filter that needs replaced up here on the engine. I'm gonna add that to my list as well. Alright, so now I'm just gonna put it back up, so put the oil filter on right away after I buy it here. So we can go into the shop, open my list, this oil filter, go ahead and buy one of those, take that on my shopping list, then I'll buy 2 brake pads, fuel pump, and finally the air filter. Alright, then, oops, actually exited the whole shop. Going to have to go to, I believe, yep, the tire shop. And it's going to be standard tire, but I can't remember the size. 215, 75, 15s, alright. I need 4 of those. Make sure they're the right size. Buy them all. I'm just going to go ahead and start by separating all these here. Alright, I actually find it fastest, so once I take this off, if I go ahead and start installing that, and then I come over here and balance it, I actually find that it's the fastest way of doing it, instead of waiting to install them all, then come balance them all. By the time I'm done balancing it, this one is done, and I can just start installing the new one. That's just something I picked up from playing a little bit. I'm sure I'm not the only person that realized it. It might just be like common sense, but that's just how I like doing it. Alright, go ahead and take that last tire. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and start by putting these on. Go ahead and put the new fuel pump in. I'm gonna go ahead and, while I'm under here, I'll go ahead and put the new oil filter on. Then I get back out here so I can put the brake pad and the caliper back on. And put this wheel back on here as well. Alright, then I'm going to lower the car down so I can put the new air filter and fill it up with oil. And I believe that should be everything. Oops. Misclick. New. That. The cover back on. Alright, and come to the side here, take the cap off, and fill it up with oil. Alright, that should be good. And before I sell this order, I could, I mean not sell, but finish the order, I could sell these, but I'm actually going to save them because eventually you can scrap them. I can't remember exactly what all can be scrapped, but that's what I'm going to do. Alright, made a little bit over $2,000 there. Not bad. I'm gonna do the Nissan Fairlady. Going to go ahead and take that. Looks like it's just simple brakes that need fixed. Shouldn't take very long at all. Looks like it could also use a new hood. Okay, looks like they just want some simple stuff changed. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and buy that before I even get started, so it'll be faster. So I believe it is one brake caliper, brake drum, brake pad, and can't remember the rest. Brake cylinder, okay. Alright, so let me see. Looks like the pad needs replaced on this tire. Go ahead and reassemble all this here. Alright, then I'm gonna go over here onto the other side. And back into the part unmount mode. Take these tires off here. Move the caliper. Looks pretty rusty. Probably isn't working too great. And mount a new one on. I'm gonna put the old one back in. Sometimes the game's a little bit picky about if you put the new part on the right, like right part of the vehicle for something that has multiple, like the brake calipers or brake pads. Alright, gonna go ahead to the back of the vehicle. Looks like actually there's nothing on that tire, so I'm gonna go to the other side. I may have bought the wrong thing there. Let me go ahead and see. Yeah, I believe I did buy the wrong thing. I'm supposed to buy this, not the caliper cylinder. That's alright then, I'm sure I'll use it eventually. Alright, now I'll just double check that I did everything, and I did, so a little over $200, not too bad for the amount of work that was. I'll Go ahead and check the phone. Still did not get the next story order. Usually when it just says other tasks, they just want like some fluids drained and refilled. So I'd rather go ahead and do this brake job here. Go ahead and move it onto the lift. And I'll go ahead and see what the customer wants here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. I need 2 of those, then I need a brake disc and the ventilator brake disc. I believe that was right. Yep. Alright. Get started here. 3 of these are seized up. Definitely does slow down the process when you have to keep spraying them with the WD-40 there. It's honestly surprising that the pad's still good if the brake disc here is so bad. Because in reality, that would just be ruining the brake pad with the brake disc. It would like wear grooves into the disc there. I mean, into the disc would wear, the rest from the disc would wear grooves into the brake pads, and then you wouldn't be able to stop very efficiently. Alright, looks like that does not have anything that needs replacing. Looks like the back left is all. Eventually, after I upgrade my shop a bit more, I'll be able to get a brake lathe, which basically just takes material off the brake disc and makes them as good as new. That'll save money in the long run. It'll cost a good amount just to buy it, but if I don't have to buy the new brake discs, it's free to turn them down after you buy the machine, so it'll save money. There's a lot of upgrades like that, so you can fix parts. They all save you a little bit of money, and eventually you can fix like body panels, like that green Nissan Fairlead EZ I had in here with that hood. I probably could have fixed that hood. Alright, $438, that's not too bad. And then I also leveled up, which means I'll get a case here. I guess I'll pick this card too. Okay, that's not too bad on the XP. I wish it was a little bit more on the money. If I did not mean to add that to my list, but if I remember correctly, tires can't be scrapped, and the scrap basically just allows you to upgrade parts. I'm not thinking this can either, so I'll sell it, even though I don't get too much out of it. Oh, I just realized I accidentally put my brand new brake caliper cylinder on there, but that's alright. They're not very expensive. Alright, so I got another story order here. I'll probably save that for the next episode here, but I'll take another brake job. Okay, let's see what all I need to replace on here. Eventually the orders won't tell me all the parts I need, but they'll tell me some of them. Okay, I need caliper, disc, and pad, and ABS pump and module. caliper. I need caliper too? Yeah, I did need the caliper. Alright. Buy the caliper. I'm also going to take the tire I accidentally added to my shopping list out. Now I have to go to the electronics section for the ABS module and ABS pump, which are pretty expensive. So maybe I'll get a little bit more money for this job here. I'll go ahead and open the hood up. I'll start with the ABS pump and module. Actually, I tightened them a little bit out of order there, but it'll be fine. And then, oh, I'm accidentally took the hood completely off. Alright, so I'll put that back on, but it looks like the only other stuff that needs replaced here is in the back. Alright, take all that off, and I'm going to install the new parts here. Make sure I put it in part unmount mode before I start this. Alright, gotta take the caliper and the brake pad off. Take the brake disc off. Or another name, I guess, would be a brake rotor. Can put the best brake pad I have on there, even though it's not very good at all. And alright, that counted. I just want to make sure that I didn't replace the wrong brake pad. That's a new one. Alright, so it seems like this car is done here. Made a little bit of money off that. And let me see what other job I have. There isn't one other than this second story order, so I'm not actually going to get started on it. I'll go ahead and move on to the lift, and I'm just going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. This is my first YouTube video, so it's probably going to be not the best quality, but hopefully over time I can improve my videos and make them better for you guys. Again, I just want to thank you for watching, and have a great day.